Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Shaq here, and welcome, it's Spacebar here, to Avorion. Now, we haven't played this since it first came out on the channel, but we're back, and this time we're going to be starting up a campaign, building up the Rebel Alliance inside the game. So if you've never played this game before, it is, let me go to the map real quick and I'll show you, this massive galaxy that we can explore and exploit. It's got different factions. It's very much inspired by classics like X3 Albion Prelude or any of the X3 games. You'll even see space stations have very similar names, like I bet right here. Repair docks, you've got your shipyards, you've got your solar power plants, you'll be able to do trading, you can build your own ships. If I go into the build menu, can't go into the build menu yet because we haven't founded a ship yet. But you can build your own ships, you can build your own freighters, you can set up your own space stations, you can build your own fleets, you can build your own fighters, you can just go crazy with it. And I was sitting here going, well, how could we have a little bit of fun with this? Well, why not? Because my ships always look like a hot bag of garbage, why don't we, let's start flying around in our little drone here, make the Rebel Alliance in Avorion. The entire thing, from X-Wings, Y-Wings, to Hammerhead gunships, all building up our own faction in this universe. Kind of like what we did with X3 before my save crapped out. So anyways, how are we gonna do it? Well, we are in the tiniest of drones, and if we want to found a ship, we're gonna have to get some resources. We're flying against, it's a fairly interesting sector. Now, if you're going to want to play along with this, if you want to make a new campaign, I used Star Wars, capital S, capital W, as the seed for generating the galaxy, so if you want the exact same galaxy as me, and I'm playing on veteran difficulty with 0.5, if you crash into anything, 0.5 damage is done, not just instant kills you. So, what is this station here? I am not an Avorion expert, I'm going to be learning as we go. I do know the basics. I'm sure a lot of that has changed since last I played. Resource depot, good, we can trade some resources there. So let's go ahead and go get some ore. And we can actually see a little bit, if I use middle mouse wheel to select this asteroid, we've got a iron asteroid out there. So let's go get some iron. We're going to be picking up what I'm gonna call a Scout X-Wing as our very first kind of mining exploration ship, I think. And I'll show you guys the workshop builds that we'll be using to start this off. Now you could follow along and make your own like Empire, the Star Wars Empire if you want, or Babylon 5 or whatever, because the talent over on the workshop and what you're capable of building in this game is amazing. Like, I had no idea. I realized it was fairly detailed, but I had no idea how crazy some people were going to get on the workshop with the level of detail that you can go. You can build really small or really big. Like, the scale in this goes crazy. There's full-size ISDs, ISD-2s, you're talking, Carillion Corvettes, Millennium Falcons, whatever, in super levels of detail, which you're gonna see today. I'm hoping that today we're gonna be able to pick up something like a Hammerhead gunship, like something Corvette-sized that we can use to get into a little bit of combat. But the first thing that we're gonna build up toward as we collect some of this iron is gonna be this super early starter X-Wing as our first exploration and maybe ninja looter. So let's grab some of this up. Galaxy is not a friendly place. When I was doing a little bit of testing and relearning the controls, I got attacked by a big ass group of pirates. Like a whole pirate fleet warped in to this sector and was kicking the crap out of the local security force that was here. There is faction standings too that you can build up, make friends with some or others. You can even join the pirates, it looks like. There is a faction standing with them. As you shoot out of them, obviously that faction standing is gonna drop like a rock, and we're probably going to be kicking the crap out of pirates as we get the opportunity to do so. There's also alien invaders that are roaming around, attacking places. All kinds of stuff going on, and this is still in development, right? You can find this over on Steam. I'm not sponsored by anybody, I'm just having a good time with it. I was thinking of, do I want to get back into X3? Do I want to start another campaign in that, or do I want to take a little bit of a break? And Avorion always really reminded me of that classic Space Sandbox title where you can build your own empire and build your own economic foundation. And it's like, well, why don't I jump back into this and see what the workshop has to offer? And yeah, it's good. It's real good. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. Let's get a little bit more. We've got about 2,000 iron. Once we finish this rock, it might actually be enough for us to pick up the bare bones. What we need, we're gonna have to hire some crew too. The way that stats work in this is what you build your ship out of is gonna dictate what your ship can do, right? So the bigger the ship, the more crew you're gonna need, and you gotta pay them too. So right now, if I hit F2 and go to the alternative mode, you can see what we're in right now. We are in the tiniest of drones. Not even a fighter. This is what happens if you die. You end up in this little guy. Its only purpose is to mine. But if we hold down shift and we click up at the found ship button, the little flag, we can start our new one. For 500 iron, you know what? I don't think we're gonna have enough iron yet. Let's go get a little bit more. I don't wanna found a ship and then not be able to actually build it. Looks like there's a little bit more over here. If you're looking for resources, and let's say your starting sector, it's a little bit harder to find them, you can zoom out, middle mouse wheel, and eventually you'll go into the tactical mode, and you can really see how big the world space is. But you can use the tactical mode to find, like there's another asteroid right there with some iron. Not a whole lot going on. There's one right there, it looks like. So yeah, you can just zoom in with that, and then you can scroll right back in, take command again. Where was that iron rock? I just distracted myself. Oh, iron everywhere for days. Let's go this way. Spacebar, kick on your engines. I'm not gonna go too far into the controls because I've already rebound mine because I find the starter controls very strange. I prefer Q and E for my my roll, my rotation, and then WS to accelerate, which I think is default. And then spacebar is your like, booster. I got X and C, or is it? No, it's Control and C that I have set up for my upward and downward thrust. So hopefully this rock will be enough for us to pick up some more resources. Enough metal to build the X-Wing. That's actually the only ship that I built so far in testing this, and I saw the Hammerhead gunship and was like, yeah, that could be good. I don't know if we'll be able to afford it because it takes a little bit of a resource we're gonna have to go out and explore to find. So we might have to build something intermediate and maybe something like a blockade runner. It'll be Corvette classed, right? So one step above the fighter. Come on, brake for me. And got it. Try not to run into these asteroids. They will wreck your day. If you put it on 1.0 for like running into anything, you just immediately explode, so be careful with that. Now, some of the new features that I haven't messed around with, I've never built fighter squadrons or used the hangar modules, which I'm looking forward to trying that. We didn't get all that deep into this. And the nice thing about this title compared to like X3 is it's multiplayer. And part of me definitely wants to try and like get 4 or 5 people together, and I don't know what the server caps are just yet, but get a few people together and try to get like a fighter wing, a squadron together to go out and get some resources. So that could be a bit of fun. First though, the test video, which is today's. Mine. Give me all of your resources. We can also sell these if we want to make a little extra cash, but nah, chances are we're gonna use them to build our first couple of ships. Let's get closer to the space station before we start building this ship. The reason being is that we don't have the crew to run it, then we're gonna end up being very, very slow. That's not gonna be any good. We don't wanna be crazy far away and then be crawling back to the station. This is the resource depot. I wonder if we could just buy the resources we need. I've selected it or targeted it with middle mouse wheel. I could go up to this docking port here and see what they have to offer, and we'll go ahead and do that before we start buying some stuff. So, coming on in. Upward thrust, get close enough to dock. And there we go. Hello, you're speaking to the Automated Interaction Response System, the Resource Depot. Please state the nature of your inquiry. I would like to trade minerals. I want to see what you've got. You do have nothing but iron. Okay. You make me sad. You can't sell to the station. What are you buying? You're buying iron for 4.1 credits per unit. You could totally make a trader as a character. Now, it looks like the resources that you mine, they go into some mystical cargo space, right? You don't actually have to mess with those. But if you're gonna trade goods, you're gonna wanna put cargo containers on your ship. So if we found a ship, let's go ahead and do that. We'll call this the Scout Wing because it's not gonna be very good for just about anything except for these really early days because it's gonna be super tiny. All right, so here's our starting block. This is what we would build our ship on. Like Mustafar in the background back there, who knows? Oh, it's twin planets in the background on fire. Interesting. Right now it's telling us that everything is wrong with our ship and our ship is terrible. That's because their ship is a square. and not like a Borg cube, because at least that could kick the crap out of everything in the sector. Let's go to B, the build menu. Now, here's all your stuff. You can hit this plus button to see what you've got access to. Your mining turrets, your chain gun turrets, this is your gear. You've got different shapes you can grab up, or all of the different types of resources. And it shows you the different like tiers, right? So this is the different, the super rare resources up to that really crappy iron that we're mining right now. Well, we're not gonna go ahead and build this using the in-game system. We're going to use the workshop and load up a pre-built one. If you wanna see how to build a ship, check out one of my original videos spotlighting this. I built this awful looking ship, but it's functional. You've got to worry about things like ion thrust. You've got to worry about the direction that thrust is going off of. You got to worry about crew quarters and how big those, those pieces, those blocks are. Indicates how many crew members you can have on the ship. Everything from having your gyros to your armor, so when you take damage. But let's go ahead, go to saved ships. Got lots of ships in here. We're going to look at the, got all kinds of fun stuff. Can we afford this? I'm gonna say no, we can't actually afford this. This is a mining ship that was originally in Star Wars Galaxies, the does it get a name on it? The Y8, yeah, that's it, the Y8. It was kind of a fun ship. Any of the factions could get it, but we're not gonna be building that because I don't believe we can afford it just yet. What we really want is the starter X-Wing. There she is. Oh man, there's the listing right there of what it takes. So this thing takes 3,200 titanium. So maybe something to upgrade to later once we find some titanium. Right now, all we've got access to is iron. There's the hammerhead gunship I'd love to pick up. Also, gonna need some titanium for that. We'll pick up the starter X-Wing though. So go ahead and apply plan. Do we not have the resources? We don't have the resources. We're still short 2,000, about 1,000. We're short about 1,000 iron. Not a big deal. So we can't fly this brick, right? So we'll just go ahead and bounce out of it. Get out of the build menu. I don't remember what the control is to get out of your vehicle. I set mine to enter. But we're gonna go and find some more iron. I'll be back. I'll turn you into something useful, I promise. First, resources, we need them. There's them, right there. We need about 1,000 more iron. The early days of getting started and having nothing. Having the worst mining lasers on the crappiest little drone ship. But you could see the level of detail that the workshop users have been able to muster in this game. Because you can change like the grid size, so you can really get in there and greeble your heart away. If I got tech started in this, I mean, that'd be it. We'd be waiting freaking hours for him to greeble the little bits. If you love designing your own ship, this has got some cool functionality to it. It's a little weird with figuring out scale, because, I mean, what do you use to really measure scale? I guess when you put the crew quarters on, it has windows, so you can kind of get an idea of like, oh, okay, if that window's the size of maybe a person, but, I mean, some of these ships are massive. Absolutely massive. And when you get into fights, you can actually get loot that'll change how your ship behaves. When I was testing out the X-Wing earlier, I got some module just by flying through a little bit of combat that was going on with those pirates I told you earlier. And I got a module that basically took the speed cap off my engines. So as long as I was accelerating, it seemed like I didn't have a max speed anymore, which is outright suicide in an asteroid belt where it'll take you like 15 seconds to come to a stop because you sat there accelerating this entire time. As amazing as that sounds and how fun that was, not really good in combat because you're gonna want to be diving and dodging, not screaming through the battlefield, unable to actually affect it. All right, because right now you can see I'm maxed out at a 300 meter a second top speed. This distress call, our position is blah, blah, blah. We're under attack by pirates, please help. Somebody's put out a distress signal. Not something we're gonna be able to do anything with because obviously we're a drone with with little mining beams. Can't do crap at the moment, except for mine. But if we could go over there, maybe help them out, maybe get a reward. There's all kinds of fun modules. Like if I open up the map, you can see there's a lot of dead space here, right? And then there's a lot of like, there's a known energy signal there. So we know there's gonna be some space stations there or whatever. But these empty areas, if we can pick up something like a scanner, we can even go out and start scanning for the best minerals out there. It's something I haven't actually experimented with, but I'm looking forward to trying it. and getting like some kind of big bulk mining vessel to really get out there and mine. And we can hire on captains too. That's another system I'm really looking forward to trying. Oh, no, don't hit the asteroid. Good grief. I was hitting spacebar instead of C for my downwards thrust. But we can get out there and find those like really nice resources. Oh yeah, but hiring captains. Now this seems like kind of cool thing. Can I actually get a wing of corvettes or frigates, or build that full-on fleet? And the answer is yeah, you can. And it looks like it's gonna be easier to maintain and give orders to than something like X3, which I'm probably gonna reference a lot. Because this definitely feels like an X game, but where you can build your own ships. The only thing that this seems to be missing is the level of presentation. Like every space station that I've talked to has been, automated system, but there's no personality to it. And X3 is really great about giving personality to the different factions and species that are out there, because you can see them pop up on the screen. They've got some audio dialogue. I'd love to see that in this. Give us an idea of like who the different races are and what they're about, and maybe why we should be targeting one over the other for factions that we decide to go to war with. Maybe there's a little bit of lore somewhere, I don't know. All right, what are we doing on minerals? We got 4,800, we should be good, so let's go ahead and bounce back. Wow, we're so slow. We're so slow, we've got just the 2 little mining lasers. Let's see if we can fix that. I love that this resource depot looks like it's got cargo containers strapped all over the front end. You'll see some really cool ship designs in this. I don't know if they're made by, get closer. I don't know if they're actually made by the, just the developers, or if they've got stuff they're taking off the workshop. I would love to be able to add factions through the workshop. If you guys know if that's a thing or how to do that, let me know. I'd love to add like the Empire spawning Star Destroyers. Somebody just warped out over there. All right, let's go ahead and get back in our ship, this lovely vessel here. We are the cube. Resistance is futile. And go into saved ships. We can now afford our I feel like this is the trainer ship. Apply plan. There she is. Oh, she's gorgeous. She needs one. Let's go ahead and close that off now. Look at that. Wow, look at that model. Like, we'll go ahead and just turn off the UI for just a second and take a look at it. Our training vessel. Our very first ship. So good. You can find this on the workshop, by the way. It's pretty easy. Just look up X-Wing. And then look up the one that says starter, because there's a bunch of different versions. They've got like every version of it on there, some more useful than others. But this would be like the perfect starter ship. So out of all of the resources that we've got, some of the technology that we're starting with is the chain guns and the iron mining turrets. Now, the way mining turrets work, or at least worked a while back, hopefully they haven't changed, is iron, obviously these can mine iron. They can also mine resources 1 tier up from what they are. So when we go out and find that other resource we need for the hammerhead gunship, let's go ahead and pop this right here. And we'll pop this one right here, because that's the only flat place on this entire X-Wing. We can't place this basically anywhere else because of how, it's got so many curves on it. But look how good that looks. Oh man, and we're super tiny. Like, we're a speck out here. It's gonna be great. Okay. Though compared to the space station, we do seem pretty large. And you can build fight your own fighters to put in your capital ships later on. So I'm hoping, we've got wings, a couple squadrons of our own X-Wings, and hopefully they've made that system better, because from what I was reading, it was a pain in the ass back in the day. Anyways, we have those on there, but we have a lot of red going on here. Problem is, we don't have enough mechanics, so we're gonna be super slow. We don't have enough ship crew to man the lasers, and we're super weak compared to the other ships in this system, which isn't too surprising, but we're also small, maneuverable, and fast. So let's go ahead and hire some crew on. Let's go find some place to hire. So we'll get out of the build menu, and we can start flying her around. You can see the thrusters kicking off there. There's also some really cool engine effects with this particular build. We just burned all of our iron basically to make this. So if we contact you, do you have hire crew? You do. We're gonna hire on, we can have 4 crewmen. We're gonna have 1 mechanic. We don't need boarders, we don't need like Marines. Captain for having ships commanded when you're not flying them. Not gonna hire those either. All we really need is a You don't have mechanics here, do you? Oh no, mistakes were made. Crap. This a repair dock would have a mechanic. Okay, we're slow boating it. Let's kick on the engines. Even slow boating it, this thing does 430 meters a second. Can't help myself. Don't judge. Friggin' looks amazing. We go into the alternate control mode, which is F2. We can zoom around it a bit. We can have, this is the kind of control mode you want to use if you're piloting something big, right? Like a Star Destroyer or something where you got lots of turrets. But if we use X and C, we can actually accelerate, and it'll be a constant acceleration. It won't be something we have to hold the button down anymore. And now we can kind of zoom around the ship a little bit and see what's going on. I think it's, oh my goodness, I've already forgotten like all of the controls. Middle mouse wheel? No. But there she is, with her goofy mining lasers strapped to the bottom. They see us rolling. Okay, don't crash into anything, please. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine here. And boost. I love the effect he's put on the back of this. Looks great. Oh man, so good. All right, there's our repair dock. Let's switch back over to fighter controls. Turn our UI back on. F8, by the way, to turn on and off your UI if you're looking. Let's boost over. I believe that's a Stargate, right? Yeah, it's one of the Stargates that'll lead out. We do have a jump drive. It takes a little time to recharge. We can set in coordinates on the map and just jump out and explore if we want to. Right now, it's all about collecting resources and getting us a combat-capable craft. Now, we could pull these mining beams off the bottom of this and go full combat with our 2 little Gatling guns, but I don't think we're there yet. We should probably, while I'm thinking about it, let me hold down shift to get my mouse to come back up. Insurance plan, buy full insurance. You need 4,000 more monies. You are broke. Okay, fair enough. We don't have enough money for insurance. So in other words, don't die. And there's our docking ring right there, so don't die, you said. I'm just gonna like buzz the tower. Swing around here. Press F to dock. You're talking to the automated interaction system for the repair dock. I would like to hire a crew. Do you have mechanics? You do. Excellent. Give me thy first mechanic. Hired on. Okay. And then give me just some normal crewmen to run everything else. I believe I can have 4 crewmen on here. Yeah. Okay. We're still short for mining turrets. Let's look at our ship screen. We'll look at our crew. What's going on here? Okay, so we're 1 shy on how many crew, but we can only hold 4, so we're gonna have to just make it work. We're working at 75% proficiency. Not all mining turrets can fire. Really? Not all mining turrets can fire? What if we only got... What if we put a crewman... And this is working overtime. What if we got rid of a crewman? We may have to do this. If we got rid of a crewman, we got a miner to work it. I wonder if that would fix it. So let's get rid of one of our crewmen. I don't know if I just vented him into space. I hope not. That seems very rude. And let's grab ourselves a... Oh, you don't have a miner on board. Crap. Well, shit. One of our mining lasers are working right now. I wonder, you know who had a miner? Yeah, the place we came from. Potentially the equipment dock too. Can I look at what you've got from here? You've got mining people. Let's go over to the equipment dock. We can also see what the equipment dock has for sale, so we'll get a burn over there. At least we can move now. There's also a, what's that right there? Target that. There's an ore mine. You can claim asteroids in this and build full mines on them, which is kind of cool. I don't know how that works, like how it does just generate resource for you, or is there like a limit? I'm gonna have to experiment with that once we get to that point, but at least we can do a little bit of mining. I wanna make sure this thing is fully outfitted, and then we're gonna go and run around and get some resources. On the quest to pick up, or to build the Hammerhead gunship. Something a little bit bigger. I think, a little bit more capable. Did I just hear gunfire? Oh, okay. We're fine. Everything's fine here. Onwards. To the docking ring. Oh shit, start slowing down. We can spin around if we need to use those rear thrusters to stop us, but we don't have a lot of mass, so we seem to stop pretty quickly. This particular design is pretty balanced. Hire crew. All right, give me a single... I'm burning money when we do this. How are we doing on money? It's fine. All right, now we're probably overpopulated. Let's get into the ship menu. It's P. Now we're functioning at 87%, so that's a bit better. Can we use both lasers now? Or is it still just one? Okay, looks like we can only use one at a time. I may have to just pull one off and then have that thing running a bit faster. More strange subspace signals, and they're getting stronger. I wonder if we've got incoming. So we'll target one of these. I could put more crew quarters on this, but there's really no space for it, so we'll just go ahead and pop one of those off for right now. There we go. Onwards to the mines. There's a mine right there. So what do we need to build the ship that we're looking for? Well, if we want to build, we could go for the CR90. There's a tiny little CR90 build. This only takes 1,129 titanium. We could go for the Hammerhead. We're gonna need 7,000 titanium, which is gonna be a bit of a pain in the butt. There's a couple variants of the X-Wing. I really wanna pick this up, but I think this may be our first bet. No, this takes trinium. Oof. We can't afford trinium. Definitely can't build that. You can see the different tiers of resources that we're gonna need. Oh, there's a Lambda in here. And there's so many good builds. All right, we'll focus on getting this then. So we're gonna need titanium. That's gonna be our real starting first combat ship. And then maybe we can get a captain for this, put a couple of guns on it, and have this X-Wing as like an escort. That could be pretty cool. A little bit more. What did we need? We're getting freaking close, aren't we? No, we're not even close. So we need 6,842. Did find one asteroid so far with the resource that we're looking for. Let's go ahead and head back. I'm gonna grab another crewman. Oh, there's another one right there. Bam, right there. I need another crewman though. I wanna get both these mining lasers working so we can mine a little bit faster. What's going on here? Oh, there was a ton of combat over here or something. How did I miss this? Is this loot? Is you loot? I can't pick up any of this. Might be salvage or something. Interesting. Anyways, mining, or maybe they're transferring their cargo, because this is a mining ship, right? Cargo transport. Yeah, must be moving stuff. We'll head over to the docking bay. We'll pick up another miner. Hopefully bring both of our mining lasers operational. Yep, I do have them both on right now. So there's our docking ring. I slapped on that back block so we can have just a little bit more crew space. Hire crew. Give me... Pirates are attacking the sector. Ooh, you don't say. I mean, I shouldn't be excited about that. One miner. Hire. There we go. And now both lasers work. So there's the pirates. Now I'm thinking, ignore the giant block at the back. I'm thinking we're gonna go in here and we're gonna try to like ninja loot some stuff. I don't understand why you're going toward the pirates, sir. Sir, this seems like a poor life choice. I think you're gonna die. I think you're gonna die. Now I can't really do much damage with mining lasers. It's almost next to nothing, but I can ninja loot. And maybe just get them to shoot at me. That's basically all I can do. All right, let's turn the UI back on so we know that we're going the right way, because we're not. Where was the hostiles? There they are. Hostile forces approaching. And we'll go find some more of those resources later. But I want to get some loot. I want to see if we can get some more cool items or weapons or energy systems for this beautiful bird we're flying right now. Holy crap, you're really far away. That's all right. Maybe while en route, we'll look for some more titanium. I left that one titanium rock back there. I should have mined it. Ooh, what are you? You're just an asteroid. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is that? Oh. No, that's one. Yeah, that's totally what we're looking for. Titanium. And so it is. We need like 6,000 or 7,000 of this. Oh, I'm glad I got the second mining laser online. Oh, that's better. Yep. And they're both shooting. When I like move it around, you can see the two beams. Hey, we're almost to our first 1,000. Is the fight still going? It's gotta be going. Just gonna rotate us. There we go. We can spectate while we mine. If we had a salvage tool, we could actually salvage some of the wrecks and get some resources, but we can barely run the mining beams that we've got on our starter ship here, so yeah, probably not gonna think. But there's some of the loot that I was talking about, floating around in space. It'll pop up in the bottom right-hand corner that we picked it up. So some kind of turret control module. What we get there? Have no idea. Maybe a module for the jump drive. And six ore. Is that it? Did I come all the way over here for nothing? I can't salvage anything. I guess there's a little bit more resources right there. Whoop, dodge that. A little bit more ore, but overall that looks like it. Okay. Time to go find some more of that fancy ore. Oh, there's a bit of combat going on right now. Looks like a few bandits have engaged the local space forces. They are on their way over there. We're gonna join in on that. Yeah, we're gonna join in on that. So, wow, what direction was that? That was this way. We gotta lock that direction. There they are. 35 kilometers out. We can also get a little bit of money too. If we engage, we do a little bit of damage, I believe we'll get paid by the local system authority. The only question is, can we get there before the battle is over? Because we're not all that fast yet. This ship's going in. All right, we're gonna jump in on this. I think there's enough friendlies here that we can get some work done. At the very least, if they fire at us, we can hopefully dodge some rounds for them. We'll go after the little guy. We're really here to ninja loot. Let's be honest. I just want free stuff. Oh, we're being fired at. Okay. Evade, 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 evade. Those rounds are coming right for us. They're not hitting anything. We're so small and fast. You're not gonna hit shit. But I do need to stay close so I can zoom in and grab stuff. And I think I need to do a little bit of damage so I get some of the resources. I don't know what the, ooh, God. Oh, yep, we got an infinity gold. I don't know what that is. Okay, we're about to max out our engines. Oh God, the second I let go of the thrust, we take freaking 4 or 5 hits. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, it's coming around. Okay, one of them's about half dead. Don't see any, I see loot. Here we go. We're all about that loot. Okay, maybe not all about that much loot. Oh, good grief. There's a turret that hates our guts. We will be able to repair our ship using some of the minerals that we've mined. That's why I wanted to keep a little bit more of those minerals on tap. Ow, ow, ow. Oh no, too many hits, too many hits, too many hits. Too many hits. Come on, local authorities, get in here. Now we've taken damage. Are we not out of range? Holy crap. Let us go, let us go. Do we win? Did they leave? No, they're dead. Oh. Oh man, I'm biting off way too much. I can't chew this. This is awful. This is awful. There's some resources though. What is this? So your ship is damaged. Your engines are using up all of your energy. Well, that's because we were pushing them so hard. And your ship is using up more energy than it can produce. Probably because our reactor or whatever energy generator we're using has taken a few rounds from the pirates. Luckily, free stuff. So let's see what we get. And we'll do some repairs. We didn't do any damage. Last time I was able to jump into one of these fights, I did a little bit of damage with the mining lasers, and then they gave me some credits for like helping out, I guess. And it was about 3 times as much as I had started with. We don't have a salvage beam, and now I really wish we had one. Okay, well, there's some more stuff down there. Let's go loot that. Oh, there's that green thing that I tried to go get and then almost died. It's going great. I just want the loot. I want that, like, speed uncapper. Who needs brakes? And there's a little bit more out of the wreck of this pirate here. Go pick that up. Now that we've regained a little bit of our energy. It looks like just metal. Yeah, it looks like just iron. It's just iron. All right, let's go into the build mode. To repair, you go down, click the repair ship button at the bottom, click repair your ship. It'll tell you how much it's gonna cost. It's gonna cost us 1,000 iron to do so, and it will replace the blocks that were blown off of your ship. So our X-Wing still lives. We've managed to get about 1,500 of the metal that we need. We're gonna have to do some more resource gathering, and we're not gonna be able to do it here. I just don't think there's enough of it in the sector. So we got a couple of options. One, we can go to the map and we can plot a jump, or we can take a gate. You're actually in range for jumping, and there's an energy signal there, so I say we give that a go. Line up with our jump point, start accelerating. The hyperspace jump has been calculated. Let's do it. And we're gone. We have an adventurer hailing us. Okay, what do you got? The No Pay the Adventurer. Hello there. Are you off on an adventure too? Absolutely. That's great. I'm sure we can help each other out. If there's anything you'd like to know, just ask away. What's around here? 200 years ago, there was a cataclysmic catastrophe which nearly ripped the entire galaxy apart. Everybody just called it the event. What happened? People don't know for sure, but legend has it an unsurmountable ring of torn hyperspace fabric appeared around the center of the galaxy. And now our hyperspace engines can't pass it to get to the center, meaning it's cut off from the rest of the galaxy. Since the event, nobody has managed to get near the center of the galaxy. The worst part is that the event also spawned hyperspace rifts throughout the galaxy, which makes navigation difficult. We actually saw those, I think, on the map. And then there's the Zostan. Go on. I think this is the aliens. Nobody knows who they are, and they don't answer any intercom calls. When you get too close to them, they start attacking. They have been around since the event, and some people say they created it, or were created by it. And there is also a bright side. Together with the event, a new metallic element called Avorion has appeared. I've heard rumors that there's lots and lots of it in the center. Apparently, it's the perfect element for building spaceships. Its robust and light energy properties are crazy, but so far nobody has ever found much of it. And I'm not going to change that. I'm going to fly to the center. I'm going to change that. I'm going to fly to the center of the galaxy. I'm going to overcome the barrier, and then I'll mine all Avorion I can find and get rich. So there's our objective. Get to the center of the galaxy, I guess. Pirates are attacking the sector. No! I'm not ready for combat yet. I'm too young to die. How do you overcome the barrier? Not sure, but there has to be a way. I know it. Besides, it wouldn't be a very good adventure if everything was clear from the start now, would it? Best of luck on your adventure. Let's make sure we're not sitting in the middle of the Doom pirate attack. No. There is a research station over there. Ooh. Research stations, I was reading you can like drop some stuff off to get something better from them, I guess. Probably from the items that we've been looting. What do we have over here? Research depot. There are shipyards that you can buy like full built ships ready to go. A steel factory, I bet we can drop off resources. If we had a trade module, we could see what like they're buying and selling from here, I believe. Maybe we can already, let's see. Trade goods, what are you selling? You're selling steel, obviously, and you're buying ore, coal, and carbon. And this is the kind of stuff that you need cargo capacity for, not the stuff that you're mining, interestingly enough. Okay, well, there's like no ore. There's nothing here, is there? There is, yes, there is. There is, we use the arrow keys, one patch of ore way out there, and what I would consider butt kiss inside it. There's nothing. I don't see any of our titanium. This is iron. Yep. Iron. Iron. So it looks like we're gonna have to just bail. And the friendly corvettes are kind of getting the crap kicked out of them by some bandits. All right, let's plan another jump. Wow, okay. We're gonna want to take a gate, because there's nothing in between here and there. Let's plot a course for a gate heading to south-southwest, huh? Okay, sounds good. Let's do it. Full burn. I need to find a better asteroid belt. I guess I just fly through it? Yep, just fly through it. Oh, they made me pay, what? They made me pay 30 credits to go through. I guess there's a tax. The more you know. Take my money. Oh, now we're talking. Now this is a sector we can probably mine. And there's a new faction here. A bunch of freighters passing by. Okay, so the factions, as you come across more and more factions, you'll actually find them. We go up to the player menu and go to diplomacy. You can actually see all the factions that you've run into so far. So, yeah, we haven't run into much. Of course, the pirates hate our guts, probably because we, ran in there and looted their dead corpses. But, all right, guys, we're gonna end the first episode here on our quest to build the Rebel Alliance, the Rebel Fleet in Avorion, and then, oh, right there. There's what we're looking for. And I already see 2 rocks full, maybe just 1. Well, at least I see 1. We're gonna get that hammerhead in the next episode, hopefully, and get into some combat. All right, guys, let me know in the comments below if you're looking forward to the series. This is the pilot episode. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, I guess is what the thing we've gotta do now if you guys actually wanna see the videos that are coming out here on the channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.